Dave, what are the patient safety benefits of bidirectional communication?
If you start looking at telemetry communication in general, in the past it has all been unidirectional. So if you look at traditional before WMTS, UHF, VHF, now WMTS, as a patient wears a transmitter, it transmits to or through a coaxial antenna system back to the receiver to the central station. So the bigger premise here is we're looking at, well, what's in the instance of dropout, what happens? You know, in this instance, if there's a dropout, there's no notification to the caregiver on that transmitter that a dropout had occurred. That only occurs at the central station, so not somebody at the point of care. And additionally, there's no acknowledgement back to the transmitter itself. In the case of bidirectional, if we're looking at wireless LAN communication, you essentially have that device as a receiver and transmitter that transmits information. It'd be just like your laptop. It transmits information, in this case, back to a central station. In case it goes out of range, there'll be notification onto the transmitter that you're out of range. But more importantly, it's still monitoring the patient. That is a full-fledged patient monitor that's monitoring the patient with the EKG and vital signs. In the case of WMTS, that monitoring has essentially stopped. So in terms of risk to that patient, there's probably more risk on monitoring the patient on WMTS if a quote dropout occurred. If any type of dropout occurred on a monitoring system using wireless LAN, you'd have that notification back to the caregiver, but you're also still monitoring that patient.
Locally.
Locally. You still have the alarms, you still have the alerts, you still have the waveform on the display. There's no compromise to patient safety from that aspect.